There are so many videos that tell you to do this, but don't do this, that it gets confusing. Let me make things clear for you guys so you know what to do and what not to do when training to jump higher. Don't train at a level that you're not physically prepared for. Let's be real, most athletes are training above their actual level. They see elite jumpers doing the most crazy plyos, the most crazy exercises, and they think they need to do the same in order to get to that same level. But you haven't earned the right to train at that level yet. The thing you didn't see is that these elite jumpers mastered the basics when they were first starting out. They didn't just go directly into training like a crazy athlete. And because tendons and ligaments adapt slower than your muscles, you gotta really take your time developing yourself during the earlier stages of training, or else you're gonna hurt yourself. Your body can't handle what elite jumpers do yet. Do build a foundation of general strength and coordination and progress gradually. Start with the basics. Learn how to squat properly, how to hinge properly, how to run and jump properly. Learn how to play multiple different types of sports to increase your motor skill in different types of activities. Develop muscle and general strength to use that muscle. Get your tendons stiffer. And you can do all of these things by doing the basic movements and mastering them. Why do the most intense plyos when basic lifting can progress you? Use those advanced movements for when these basic movements stop progressing you. That's what's really going to be beneficial for your long-term athletic development. Don't hyperfixate on jump technique. Don't get me wrong, technique matters, but if you don't have multiple years worth of jumping, the best thing you can do is start building experience now. With jumping, there's no definitive best technique. Yes, there are certain cues to keep in mind, but different athletes have different ways to make their jump efficient. So it's not about copying what works for somebody, it's finding what works for you. And the main way to figure that out is to try out different types of styles, different techniques. Do start developing a history of jumping. Go jump, get as many reps as you can while staying healthy, especially if you're in your teens. When you're young, you're easily able to shape how you're going to be as an athlete in the future. Use this to your advantage. Those who grew up jumping a lot and playing a lot of sports end up being elite athletes when they're in their 20s or even 30s. Those who don't develop a history of jumping in their teens get left behind. However, if you're on the older side and you haven't developed that history, start now, but you got to be extra careful with doing too much volume and too much intensity, or else you're going to hurt yourself. And because you're older and you're starting later, it's going to take a little bit more time for your body to adapt as opposed to a younger athlete, and you must be prepared for that. Don't overemphasize plyometrics. Plyometrics are a potent neural and mechanical stimulus, but only when used at the right time in the right dose. So yes, doing plyometrics will help you jump higher, but if that's all you do, you'll soon realize that your gains will start to plateau quickly, especially when it's not paired with progressive resistance training. The goal shouldn't be to do more plyos, but rather to do the minimum effective dose. This means you want to do just enough to trigger adaptation without digging yourself into a deep hole of fatigue. Remember, jumping is an expression of power, which is force times velocity. By just doing plyos, you're developing one end of the spectrum and ignoring the other side. Do build the strength base first. Before you start maximizing elasticity with plyos, develop a foundation of strength so that doing plyos later on will translate a lot more to jumping. Stronger athletes are able to express higher peak outputs. Higher outputs equals higher jump. Lift heavy, get stronger, get powerful, so that each plyo rep is done with higher quality and intent. Don't play through injuries. I promise you it's not worth it. Pain is your brain telling you that something's wrong. I don't care if you're in season or you have to go to your practices. If you feel something in your knees or your back or your ankle or your Achilles, whatever you feel, and it doesn't feel good, then it's going to be a better idea to just stop things overall. A lot of coaches like to pile on a lot of practices in season, even when an athlete is injured, and all that's going to do is hinder the athlete's progression. Some coaches don't really care about that. They just want you to push hard and have that mama mentality. Don't listen to that. If you keep playing through pain, you're just going to make things worse, and you're going to be out of commission for even longer than if you were to just initially stop. Don't waste years of progressing just because your coach told you to play or because your ego is telling you to play. Do treat it accordingly. Stop whatever is causing you pain. If you feel pain after your practices or your sport, that's a sign that that's the reason for your pain, and build your body back up to being able to handle your normal workload. Start with isometrics, do slow squatting, progress on depth landings, then progress on box jumps, then progress on a regular jump, then progress on playing your sport for maybe 20 minutes, then 30 minutes, then 60 minutes, etc. Gradually until you're able to handle your normal capacity. Don't hop from program to program. Progress in jump training isn't linear. It's never going to be. You're not supposed to PR every week. There will be spurts of good progress and there will be spurts of slow progress. Most athletes panic when this happens and they change it up. They hop onto a different program and start things over when things start to slow down. But if the program you're following is well designed, that slow period is intentional. That's the bridge you must pass in order to make that breakthrough progress. It takes time to develop to new stimuli. Your muscles and tendons don't just grow bigger and stiffer overnight. Your brain doesn't learn how to fire signals faster to your muscles in just a week. These processes take time, months, and even years of repeated exposure. Do stay consistent. Cliche, right? Yeah, I don't care. I'm emphasizing this even though everybody has heard it, because you'd be surprised by how many athletes call it quits when things get hard. Pick a structured program and stick to it for the recommended time. You could buy a 12-week program from somebody, but don't quit in the 4th week of a 12-week program just because you're not seeing the progress that you're expecting. Give your body some time to actually develop. And lastly, don't do a bad program. Do join Get Up. I've gotten hundreds of athletes healthy and jumping higher, so if you want to be part of that list, apply for Get Up in the link in my description. I only take 5 to 10 athletes per month so that I'm able to commit as much time as possible possible to each Get Up athlete. So if you're serious about getting to that next level to end the year off or to prepare for next season, sign up below and I'll reach out to you if you're a good fit. And that's the video. A few repeated points that I always talk about in my other videos, but I like to repeat these important things for the new viewers out there. For those of you who've been watching all my videos, I appreciate you. Genuinely means a lot, and I'm glad that I'm able to make these videos consistently. I plan on doing a Q&A soon to change up the video format. So ask some questions down below in the comment section. I'll make a video out of questions I like, and yeah, let me know what you want to hear. All right, later.